In the video I made before this one, I was talking about how important it was to line up the top of the stair stringer with the top of the landing, and a couple of problems that you could encounter. But there are a few more things that we need to talk about and problems that could actually create that. Here we're looking at something that is straight, but what if the landing is sloping back instead of perfectly level? You could end up with almost that same scenario, the picture in the front of the video. And of course, the same thing, a little differently, could happen if the landing is sloping in the opposite direction. So if you have a problem where you're thinking, hey, wait a minute, I cut the stringers correctly, the landing, everything is right on the money, why am I getting something like this? If that's the case, it wouldn't be a bad idea to check the landing to make sure that it is level and at the correct height. Now, what do you do if it is level? You do have a level landing, and it's at the right height. You refigured, you rechecked everything. Well, if that's the case, and you have a situation like this, or a situation like this, where you have a gap at the top or at the bottom of the stair stringer where it meets the floor headout or the floor framing, then it wouldn't be a bad idea to validate your riser measurements, because that's probably going to be the problem. Again, all you need to be off is a little bit on your calculations, and you're going to end up with problems like these. So if you do have a landing that's level, you're going to need to check the stringer and of course the landing height. And if the landing height is level and the measurements are validated, then you're going to need to check the riser measurements to make sure that it's correctly. You're going to need to redivide the landing overall stair run for the landing, and check to make sure that your risers were figured and laid out correctly. Don't forget, you can figure your risers out correctly and lay them out incorrectly, thinking that you laid them out right in the right way to begin with. Another problem you could run into with something like this would be that you forgot to deduct for the stair tread thickness off of the bottom of the stair stringer. So again, this is why we double check everything. This is why you lay out your pattern, you cut the pattern, and you temporarily install it. You put it in its position to make sure that it is fitting correctly before you cut the rest of your stair stringers, the other stair stringers. So that is vital. That is important to eliminating this problem. Cut your stair stringer. If it doesn't work, then at least you didn't ruin the rest of the lumber. Give you a chance to redo it without costing you a lot of money.